they told us our history was written in books? What if it was written somewhere deeper? In the blood, in the body, in the names they tried to erase. The year is 2087, a city built on data, surveilled by drones, run by a single company. That company is called Helix Dominion. They control the world's genetic records, every ancestry test, every health screening, every newborn's blood sample. They own them all. Her name is Dr. Nia Cross. She is 29 years old, the youngest senior geneticist Helix Dominion has ever hired. She believes DNA is just biology. She is wrong. 20 years ago, her father, Malik Cross, was a brilliant scientist working at the same company. He believed DNA was something more. He believed it was memory. He disappeared on a Tuesday night. The company called it a tragic accident. Nia was 9 years old. She never believed them. Alone, in a safe house she didn't choose, hunted by a company that owned the city, Nia made a decision. A woman with ancient eyes. Her name was Amara. Amara told her what her father had spent his life trying to prove. Memory is not stored only in the mind. It is stored in the blood. It is passed down through the body. Every ancestor, every survival, every act of love and resistance, carried forward, generation after generation, waiting to be remembered. And then Nia saw her father. Not as a hologram, not as a recording. Standing in front of her, in the gold light, whole and at peace. He had not died. He had gone where they could not follow. He had joined the memory. He gave her one final instruction. The first code was real. And outside the lab door,
you are not the first to wake up, Nia.
Footsteps.
But you must be.
While Nia woke up to who she was, the man hunting her was waking up to who he had lost. Dr. Victor Vale, CEO of Helix Dominion, the man who had taken her father 20 years ago. And he was sending every drone he owned to find her. But Nia was no longer running. She walked into his tower, past his guards, across his polished floor, and she stood in front of him, calm, unafraid. He had spent 20 years preparing for this moment. He had 1,000 things to say. He chose the wrong one.
I went where they couldn't follow.
He told her the code belonged to him.
And only you can release it.
She told him the truth. It had never belonged to him. She walked out of his office, up to the roof of his tower, and stood above the city.
You have something that doesn't belong to you, Dr. Cross.
In her open hand, a single golden helix glowed softly.
And the code was never yours to own.
The first code. Small enough to hold. Big enough to change everything. She could keep it hidden. She could protect it.
She could carry it alone, the way every ancestor before her had carried what they were forced to hide. But Nia Cross had not survived for that. Her father had not died for that. Amara had not waited centuries for that. She raised her hand. She closed her eyes. And she said the only words that mattered. They erased the history, but they couldn't erase the blood.
But they couldn't erase the blood.
She opened her hand. The code rose into the sky. And then it broke open. Across the city, a wave of warm gold light passed through every building, every billboard, every person. A young woman at her dining table looked up. An old man in a doorway froze. A child at a window opened her eyes wide. Every one of them remembered something they had never been taught. A name, a song, a face from a generation they had never met. By sunrise, the world had woken up.
And Nia Cross was standing in the middle of an empty street, with 1,000 ancestors behind her. They tried to erase the history, but memory is how we survive.